Hey guys, Logan, we're up to season 11, episode 17. Less trauma, please. Here we go. Of Criminal Minds. 6 months later. Y'all got married. Oh my god. The Sandman? What the hell?
You know, I've been meaning to ask. I've got an opening in my poker group next week. Why don't you join us?
My dance card's kind of full these days, Russ, and getting ready for a baby.
Well, it's all the more reason to play, jumpstart the kids' college fund with a little money.
I had left a file in the conference room.
Well, I was just in there. I didn't see any files.
You sure about that?
Positive, no files. I would have noticed.
All right, your eyes are starting to do that little thing that they do. Let's have it.
All right, look, I'm not saying, but I was supposed to distract you, so do me a favor and act surprised when you go in there, all right?
All right, I got you covered.
And let's just give it an extra 30 seconds just to be sure.
No problem.
So my eyes do this thing, huh?
A little bit.
I better work on that before poker night.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, you didn't.
Not my idea, babe. I was outnumbered.
Well, this profiler may not be changing any diapers, but I will tear up some diaper cake.
Oh, you look like a diaper changer to me.
Yes, you will be changing.
Ladies, I was joking. I was joking.
There's been a double homicide and a child abduction in Wichita.
I'll go let the others know.
JJ, give them 10 minutes. There's time while the plan's being ready.
Mr. Sandman. Where's the kid?
Parents are the bones on which children sharpen their teeth. Peter used to know.
Thank you. Both parents' eyes were filled with sand and glued shut.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a nightmare.
This is a well-organized unsub. He managed to kill both parents, perform a complicated ritual, and successfully abduct the boy.
Well, assuming Ryan Brewer was the ultimate target, why risk entering the home at all? I mean, wouldn't it be simpler just to grab the kid on the way to school?
Well, the abduction of the child from a place of presumed safety must be an essential part of his ritual.
The sand in the eyes could be a purely symbolic gesture. The Sandman was a mythical character who would sprinkle magic dust in the eyes of children while they slept. Yeah, but I thought he was a benevolent figure, a bringer of good dreams. Not always. In one version of the myth, he would actually pop the eyeballs out of kids to use as food for his own offspring. Jeez. I stand corrected.
We land, Dave, you and JJ go to the crime scene, Reed and Lewis to the ME, and Morgan and I will get set up at the precinct.
Oh, he doesn't like that.
An Amber Alert has been issued and police checkpoints have been established here, here, and here.
And I bet the Brewers probably never locked the front door.
You know, it's not so unusual. I grew up in a place like this, and that's just how it was. People trusted one another.
Trust is a good thing. So are deadbolts in a Rottweiler. Lila Brewer's body was found in the hallway. Her husband never made it out of bed. He must have been killed first.
Well, makes sense. Eliminate the primary threat before moving on to mother and child.
There are fresh scratches on the floor here. Too heavy for her to have moved.
What if the unsub did it to block the top of the stairs?
Seal off the child's escape, maybe?
Or seal off.
Blinded Mrs. Brewer from taking a fall?
Yeah.
Strange that he'd be concerned for her safety.
Good to see you again, Dr. Reed.
Nice to see you. Again. Yeah, we had a case here 4 years ago.
The tornado guy, that was one for the books.
So, do we have a COD on the victims?
Her skull was fractured, some type of blunt force trauma.
It's highly unusual for a killer to use different weapons on different victims.
Speaking of unusual, take a look.
Mrs. Brewer's has many more macrophages.
That's right, it's a natural immunological response to a foreign substance.
The white blood cells in Mr. Brewer's sample are completely normal.
Yeah.
Plain English, his eyes didn't react to the glue.
Because he was dead.
Plainer English, he was already dead when it happened.
Why go through the process of
He's not
that?
coming up with much.
What about registered sex offenders in the area?
There's over 1,000 in Wichita alone. Garcia's checking them out.
Agent Hatchner, the body of a young boy was
Can we knock that down to like 0?
Prairie Creek Road, a few miles from the crime scene. The description matches Ronnie Brewer.
Here that it could be Ronnie Brewer, the boy missing from the attack here in Wichita last night. Stay
Well, maybe the compulsion is about the pursuit of the child rather than the child itself.
If that's the case, he's gonna try again soon. With someone else.
Josie! Time to come in. I'm texting with Gabby in a minute. That's what you said 20 minutes ago.
The ME also said that the type of glue in the Brewer's eyes is frequently used for surgical closures, so the drying process on the skin is well documented. Apparently, it had been applied at 5:15 a.m.
Well, the fireman said they saw that Gracie didn't flee the scene at 6:20, so if that was her unsub, what was he doing in the house for that hour?
What's so funny?
Picturing you 100 years ago. Motor cars aren't normal. What the hell's wrong with the horse and buggy?
Oh, you're about to die.
The glue our unsub used is sold practically everywhere, so we can't isolate point of purchase. A mineral analysis from the sand, however, indicates that it came from the Seneca River in upstate New York.
Oh, God.
You okay?
He's thinking about kids.
Morgan, we're gonna find the people who tried to kill you.
He was in his pajamas. Ronnie Brewer. Out there by the side of the road, he was still in his pajamas. 6 months on the sidelines. Guess I still have a few blisters where I used to have calluses.
I don't think that's what this is. You're about to be a dad. You know, you'd expect the world to start to feel different.
Yup.
Children are soft.
Yeah. Defenseless.
That's why every day we try to make this world a little safer. There's one thing I'm sure of. It's that you and Savannah are going to be great parents.
Charged by the hour, Doc.
He seems to be going after 2 parents, 1 kid kind of situation. He's not escalating past that as of right now.
So what do we know?
I Father's dead, daughter's missing, but we may have got a break here. The mother survived.
You know, she's able to talk.
What?
Surgery, JJ's at the hospital with her, but it's definitely our guy. Shows the back door was open and closed at 3:35 a.m. and then again at 4:47 a.m.
An hour just like the other attack, but this time he left a witness.
Well, he may have gotten sloppy and assumed she was dead. I mean, she was found unconscious in a pool of blood.
Family have any other children?
It's just Josie, the missing daughter.
How old is she?
13. And Ronnie Brewer wasn't sexually assaulted, so we may not be dealing with a pedophile.
No, I don't think we are. It's just something else entirely. We're looking for a family annihilator. We believe he's a white male in his early to mid-30s. He is intelligent, well-organized, and meticulous.
Something may have happened in the unsub's childhood where he felt unprotected. Perhaps his own mother turned a blind eye to a real or perceived danger.
And this could explain the ritual of placing sand and glue in the parents' eyes. Residents in remote or rural areas and families with an only child should exercise extreme caution in the coming days. Thank you.
Okay. I don't understand what he's doing with all that. It's teeth. Oh.
But things didn't go as planned in the second attack. At least someone survived.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe it's like we profiled. He has to kill sequentially in the order of the Brewer family murders.
So then he'd be going after the mother right now.
He can't kill the child.
The hourglass.
Yeah, it isn't in the Christmas photo, which was only taken a couple of months earlier.
Wait.
Maybe was it purchased, or they might have moved it there from some other place in the house.
Or he took it.
The unsub spends an hour at each crime scene. What if he brought it with him as a kind of timer?
Okay, I'll have Sergeant Whitfield search the Sandman house for a similar hourglass.
Interesting.
Is my daughter all right?
We're hopeful. That's why it's important that you tell us everything you can.
I was asleep. And then there was a scream. It was Josie. 11. That's all he said.
What did he say?
11.
11.
Some more.
What you got, baby girl?
What I've got is fail, fail, and more fail.
Remember Thomas Alva Edison, Penelope? I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work.
I love your phrase what you just said. I'm currently waist-deep in what is not working. Person who recently relocated from upstate New York to Wichita.
Something must connect our unsub to the Seneca River.
So you've confirmed that the hourglasses were handcrafted?
Oh, for sure. We're talking top-notch museum quality. But
I'm just trying to figure out what the skull in the freaking furnace was.
And yes, there is such a thing as the high-end glass-blowing community.
They're analyzing the sand from both hourglasses now to see if it matches what was put in the victim's eyes. So far, no prints or DNA.
The unsub's careful.
And precise. I calculated the width of hourglass necks with the average grain of sand having a 0.2 millimeter diameter and a volume of 0.0042 cubic millimeters. Given the weight of the sand, that's a gravity flow duration of 3,600 seconds. Obviously, give or take a few.
Skill level off the charts. Yet his work is unknown. Not for sale, not even for display. This guy operates in a vacuum.
Which speaks to the intensely private nature of his obsession.
Mineral analysis just came in on the hourglass sand.
Also from upstate New York.
This lady
Local.
has no emotion.
Most likely from the Platte River.
No emotion.
What's the matter, Sergeant?
It's what they found mixed in with the sand.
Bone dust.
Human bone and tooth enamel.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought was happening. I just don't know where he's getting the bone.
Please, don't hurt
Because we haven't seen anyone without bones or teeth. I was also afraid of that, because that means I probably have to take the death penalty off, because he's probably mentally insane. God.
Send me all the police, hospital, and child services transcripts associated with the cases.
Everything on all of them?
Yeah, I'll print out copies here.
Okay, if you're gonna do a forklift, I hope you're using recyclable paper, but on its way.
All right, thank you so much, Garcia.
I never did anything to you. I don't understand. No, please, I want to go home. Please.
The hospital reported Ellie Zumwalt. Her injuries were minor. It was the gradual loss of blood that caused her to lose consciousness.
Well, the unsub must have thought she bled out and left her for dead. That was his big mistake.
I don't think there was a mistake.
What do you mean?
Maybe he wasn't.
Ellie Zumwalt was never meant to die.
Yeah.
That the mistake that the unsub made was actually at the first crime scene.
I'm still not following.
Dave, you said that a large piece of furniture was moved to block the top of the stairs at the Brewer house.
He didn't want her to die.
And I assumed it was to prevent her from escaping.
I don't think so. It wasn't to set her up for the kill. It was to keep her from falling down the stairs and killing herself.
Yeah.
So her skull fracture was what, an accident? That means the N-Sub's plan all along was for both mothers to survive.
Exactly.
But why?
That's what we need to figure out. Josie's fate depends on it.
So, do we think that he killed the kid because she died? She wasn't meant to die? Reed, you are weird, and I love it.
Who? Patrick Sorensen of Oswego, New York. He was on Garcia's list of potential victims.
Abducted by a pedophile in 1993 when he was 9, raised by a single mother with substance abuse problems.
A mother who was literally asleep at the wheel when the boy was taken. She was passed out drunk in her car parked behind their house. The boy said he screamed for help, but the mom never came.
Well, that explains the ritual of blaming the surrogate mother while she sleeps.
And it gets worse. Listen to this. While Patrick was recovering in the hospital, the mother left a goodbye note on the kitchen table quietly up until 6 weeks ago when he vanished without a trace. Garcia can't even find a picture of him as an adult, but read that part right there. Sister Patrick told authorities he got through the assault by focusing on sand.
That's gotta be the same guy.
An hourglass where the abuse went on. He was told that if he didn't cry until all the sand emptied out, he wouldn't be killed. Ordinary mathematical precision.
And the police report says he was abducted on a Thursday night at 10 o'clock and was found released in a park the next morning at 9.
11 hours later. That's what he meant with Ellie Zumwalt. He was telling her the amount of time that he himself had been held in captivity.
And that may be Josie Zumwalt's timeline.
So the clock is on Ellie, not Josie. She's got 11 hours to give this unsub what he didn't get from his own mother. Josie was taken at 4
It's a test.
until 3:30 this afternoon.
My team's coordinating with local media to get the word out. They'll be watching.
And if I do this, then I'll let Josie go.
Good chance.
There's a chance. Yes.
If that's all he's wanting. Which is, that appears to be the only thing that he's after. Which then changes everything.
What I've got is Betty Cordray of Wichita, Kansas, which I know makes no sense, but actually Betty Cordray is not Betty Cordray, she's Betty Sorensen of long lost fame. She died 6 weeks ago of kidney failure, and then when the paperwork started, the paperwork that happens when you die, her real identity was revealed, and Patrick was called as her next of kin.
That must have been the trigger. That was when he dropped off the map in New York.
And if he was holding out hope for answers from that mother one day, that hope was suddenly gone.
Garcia, did Betty Sorensen own any property in the Wichita area?
This is a message for my child. If you can hear me, sweetheart, please listen carefully. There's something I need to tell you.
I've been a bad mother. And I did a terrible thing to let this happen to you.
You deserve so much more. Even though I know you're brave.
It's
And you're not crying. You need to know I cried for you. Honey, if you come home safely now, I promise I will love you and hold you and never let any more harm come to you. I promise I will explain to you once and for all why I did what I did.
This is it. Pretty sad. You live your life, and you end up like unclaimed baggage.
Hodge, we solved the mystery of the bone fragments in the hourglass.
It's his mother.
Patrick was going to have that reunion with his mother, one way or the other.
Wow. Wow. That's... wow.
Someplace secluded, that's for sure. Hauling a corpse through the front door would tend to perk up the neighbors.
Well, if there was an 11-hour clock on Josie's Zumwalt, the bell just rang.
Hello?
Mom? Is that you?
Are you alright, sweetheart?
Oh.
But first I need to explain to you why
I wasn't there to protect you.
What are you talking about? It wasn't your fault that...
Yes, it was. I need to explain to you
why I did the things I did.
Why are you...
Don't interrupt me, please.
You just need to listen. Listen carefully. I know you're brave. I know you don't cry. But you need to come home. Come back to our house.
Josie!
Don't! No, please!
Garcia, were you able to trace it?
No, I was so close, but I have the cell tower it pinged off of. I just sent that to your phones.
What's this area like, Sergeant?
Mostly blue-collar residential.
Why is she so dead inside? What is with this?
The old railroad spur line used to come into town. Mostly just abandoned structures out there now.
Mostly just abandoned structures. He's using bone fragments in his dirt.
There.
Yep, that's it. Voila.
Gray sedan. New York plates.
You're so much stronger than I am.
Time's up, Patrick! Drop the weapon! Okay, back to you, General.
All right, I see you, and raise you $10.
Oh, hell no, I'm out.
Hell no.
General's out, and the host makes 3.
This hand's too good to waste on a blow.
Is that the lyric to one of your songs?
All right, I think both.
Oh, what you think about that?
Never interrupt an enemy when he's making a mistake.
So, Art of War, a book I believe both of these generals may be familiar with.
Come on, Rockstar. 3 Kings.
Okay. That's pretty good,
Full house.
Whoa! Breeze of landing. 25% of every pot goes to the Baby Morgan tuition fund.
Much appreciated.
Wait, where is this child going to school? Harvard?
I gotta get up out of here.
For what? You get 25% out of each pot just for sitting there.
Okay, look here, Pops.
Said the weasel.
Okay, I clearly cannot compete at this table, but...
Mom, is that where they do the breathing to ease the pain?
Yeah, it actually works. You know, you breathe fast and then slow, you know, like... I don't know, like a dog or something.
I wouldn't touch that line with a road crew tour bus.
Life's been good to me so far. Joe Walsh.
Hey.
Hey, beautiful. This little one, chilling inside your beautiful belly, didn't do so badly.
Whatever that means.
Don't worry about it. Garcia. She asked me about a week ago who the godparents were going to be, as in, hello, like I'm right here.
She would be wonderful, but I have a few folks on my side of the aisle lobbying for the same position.
Oh, Lord. So what are we doing? Godparenting by committee?
Oh.
May have to be.
Fuck!
Derek!
Why?